Hello, here is a topic called CSMA. Here I'm going to give the brief explanation of CSMA and its two methods. Firstly, before going to the two methods, let us know what does actually CSMA mean. CSMA stands for Carrier Sense Multiple Access, where it was developed to minimize the chance of collision and therefore to increase the performance of CSMA. CSMA can reduce the possibility of collision, but it cannot eliminate it. Remember, where the collision cannot be eliminated, it can just reduce the possibility of the collision. Let us move on to the two methods of CSMA, that is CA and CD. CA means that collision avoidance, and CD stands for the collision detection. First, let us see the brief explanation of the CA, that is collision avoidance. The Carrier Sense Multiple Access with Collision Avoidance, that is CSMA-CA, was invented for wireless networks. Collisions are avoided through the use of CSMAs by using three strategies, and those three strategies are interframe space, the contention window, and acknowledgements. So let us see these three one by one. The first one is an interframe space. And first, the collision are avoided by differing transmission even if the channel is found idle. When an idle channel is found, the station does not send immediately. Here, it does not send immediately. It first waits for a period of time that is called as an interframe space or an IFS. Okay. So, even though the channel may appear idle when it is sensed, a distant station may have already started transmitting. So the distant station signal has not yet reached this station. So the IFS time allows the front of the transmitted signal by distant station to reach this station. So after an IFS time, if the channel is still idle, then the station can send, but it still needs to wait for an equal time to the contention window. So the IFS variable can also be used to prioritize stations or frame types. For example, station that is assigned a shorter IFS has a higher priority. So nextly we have a contention window. The contention window is an amount of time divided into slots. The number of slots in the window changes according to the binary exponential backoff strategy. This means that it is set to one of the slot for the first time and then doubles each time the station cannot detect an idle channel after the IFS time, where this is very similar to the p-persistent method, right? So except a small random outcome defines the number of slots taken by the weighing station. And here is one of the interesting point. The one of the interesting point is that about the contention window is that the station needs to sense the channel after each time slot. However, if the station finds the channel busy, it does not restart the process. Okay, so it just stops the timer and then restarts it when the channel is sensed idle. So this gives a priority to the station with the longest waiting time. So, and nextly we have an acknowledgement. With all these precautions, there still may be a collision resulting in destroyed data. In addition, the data may be corrupted during the transmission. The positive acknowledgement and timeout timer can help guarantee that the receiver has received the frame. So these are the three strategies of the CSMA to avoid the collisions. And yeah, this is a brief explanation of the CSMA-CA, that is a collision avoidance. So let us move on to the CD, that is collision detection. Carrier sense multiple access with collision detection. So in this method, a station monitors the medium after it sends a frame to see if the transmission was successful or not. If so, this transmission station is finished. If, however, there is a collision, in the frame is sent again. So to better understand the CD, let us move on to the flow diagram of the collision detection. So in this, the first difference is the addition of persistence processes. So we need to sense the channel before we start sending the frame by using one of the persistence process. So the corresponding box can be replaced by one of the persistence processes. And the second difference comes in this frames transmission is that in Aloha we first transmit the entire frame and then we wait for the acknowledgement, right? So whereas in CD the transmission and the collision detection are the continuous process. So we do not send the entire frame and then look for collision. The station transmits and receives continuously and simultaneously. We use a loop to show that the transmission is a continuous process, and then we constantly monitor in order to detect one of the two conditions, that the transmission is finished or collision is detected. So when we come out of the loop, if the collision has not been detected, it means that the transmission is complete. The entire frame is transmitted. Otherwise, a collision has been occurred. So the third difference is that the sending a short jamming channel to make sure that all the other stations become aware of the collision. So yeah, this is a brief explanation of CD. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.